Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mtgo and you're watching Simon Says, my limited series at mtgoacademy.com. Today I prepared another gatecrash draft video for you. Now what you have to know is that even though I'm willing to draft any guild, I have a very peculiar strategy to settle into my colors. The other day I couldn't help thinking, well, if somebody saw what I'm doing, they would think I'm crazy. That's basically what I thought. Turns out I record these videos so that you actually have the chance to witness the craziness firsthand. But let me explain the strategy I'm employing. In the last episode, I described how having a low curve and drafting an open guild are the two pillars of the format, basically. What I didn't tell you is how far I'm willing to take the concept of staying open, which I sometimes describe as surfing. Well, in this format, I will stay open as long as humanly possible. I don't care if the best card in the pack is not in my colors, I'll take it anyway. Now that strategy does require a pretty good understanding of what the good cards in the format are. So that's kind of the prerequisite. That immediately connects to the concept of wanting to draft a low curve deck. And that's because the best cards in the format are actually the ones that cost 3 or less mana, with only a few 4 or 5 mana cards that are actually worthy of consideration or could be considered top cards in their guilds. What a lot of people do is they see a splashy 5 or 6 mana bomb and they will think that has to be an insane card. I mean, pick bombs over everything. But in this format, you don't want 7 drops. You want maybe 1 6 drop, maybe 2 5 drops, and then you have a pretty expensive deck in relation to what the other people are doing. So you have to be very careful about that. Draft low curve decks, and you'll start winning. Now, I've played more than 50 gatecrash drafts by now. Pretty high number for my standards. And in the beginning I had to figure out the format. I was losing to the aggressive decks. Now I radically changed my drafting habits and to reflect what I just told you. I know that when you are going to see what I'm doing and what's happening, especially in pack 1, it must look pretty crazy to most of you, maybe all of you. But since I changed my strategy, I've been winning such an absurd amount of matches that I'm absolutely convinced that I'm onto something. I'm not sure if this is just my opponents picking the wrong cards or not being aware of their curve enough, or if this is really just a very, very good strategy for gatecrash, because it's going to give me powerful decks in an underdrafted guild more often than not. So, in fact, my Magic Online Limited rating, not that that's relevant for anything, but it's still something I like to look at from time to time, has now reached 1949. And I've been drafting on Magic Online ever since it came out. So basically with Invasion and Odyssey starting. And I can remember reaching about 1950 maybe once or twice in my entire life, and those were draft formats which I felt incredibly comfortable with, which I had usually prepared for the Pro Tour for, and so reaching these this level of limited rating again in a relatively new format has felt pretty amazing for me. So, well, I'm sure you didn't come here to listen to me brag about my rating, so I guess it's time to draft. Enjoy the videos and let me know what you think in the comments. Bye bye.